Hello, my name is Ruby Nyukumi, co-founder and CEO at Digitaley. So here's a demo of how our product works. So this is the landing page for our web app. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in. So I'll put in this very quickly. Very great. So this takes you to the dashboard where we can typically see the number of students, the teachers, and the admins that are currently onboarded on our platform. And then I'll just go right straight to the courses that are on the platform. So let's go to courses, right? So these are the courses that are listed on our platform, from data engineering to WordPress development to data analytics and so much more. But for the sake of this demo, I'm going to be using generative AI, which is one of the recent courses that we just launched on our platform. So, so typically, this is like the courses that's available to students depending on the specific course that the student signed up to learn. So now the student now have the option of navigating or going through the specific parts of the learning outline or learning content. So they have the opportunity of having introduction to generative AI. They can also, once they are done with that, they can toggle to the next part of the course content for generative AI. They can also go ahead to machine learning and so much more till they have completed the module. So this is like a description of what the course entails, right? And the students also have the opportunity to comment whatever concerns they might have had while watching the recordings, and to be sure that the facilitator or the teacher would always come in here to check the comments regularly and provide support, and also provide bi-weekly virtual webinars that can actually buttress what was taught on the learning platform. So I mean, this is totally different from the typical Coursera Udemy that just push out content and there's no some sort of extra support for students who sign up on the platform to learn. So this is typically what we're bringing in to be sure that quality education is being given, first-hand quality education. So you can also see the resources here where students can also have access to more PDFs, available in together. In integration with the learning course outline they're already providing on the platform. Also, students could also see their progress, right? So if they're in the first stage of the learning content or in the second stage, they can typically see the progress of their learning journey, whether they're like halfway through or they are typically almost done with learning. They could also see quiz, right? So aside learning, we typically also want to test the student knowledge to be sure that they typically understand, what was taught, so they can view the quiz. And yeah, so typically you would see it brings up to the quiz section, they can start their quiz, and then they take the quiz and they move on to the next and so on and so forth. So this is typically for a course that do not have coding embedded in them. So we have courses that actually do have coding embedded in the learning journey. Take for instance Python programming. So I'm just going to go straight to Python programming. So let's say a student signs up for Python programming, right? And they want to learn, right? So they go ahead to the quiz part of the learning where they are either faced with hello world program. These are like depending on their learning capacity or difficulty level. So they're either easy, medium, or hard. So let's say they want to go for medium, right? They have the option of solving this question in our code editor, right? And they click on it. So our code editor is typically our coding class platform that provides a personalized, gamified, and collaborative learning experience for a student, right? All right. So as you can see, typically this is what the platform looks like. By the left-hand side, we have all the questions that the student will be asked. Then on the right-hand side, we have the code editor part of the platform where they typically impute their solutions to the questions that were asked. And then they can also, they get to see their output, right? They also get to see the acceptance rates to be sure that they must not get below that during their evaluation. Yeah, and pretty much when you just put the output, the students also have the opportunity to typically navigate. So let's say they don't want to take Python, they want to try TypeScript, JavaScript coding platform, coding exercises. They can actually toggle and then pick what they want. Then where our collaborative learning comes in is the students have the option of actually sharing their code snippet to the community, right? So they have the option of putting in the title. Let's say what I coded was relating to list manipulation. They can typically name it and push it to the learning environment, right? So this is like the collaborative learning environment where other students can typically comment on each other's code. They can provide some sort of insight to peer-to-peer. And yeah, something also we're looking to integrate more is a peer-to-peer competition, and this is something we're just going to be integrating very shortly to our coding class platform. So this is typically how it works, and then they get to interact on this environment. So typically from the taking the classes online to the coding class platform.